Hello, friends. Mark Holmes here for my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Joe Boo Sports Report. Because without you guys, well, we all know this just doesn't work. Man, I'm hoping everybody out there is safe and all that. We have the windstorm from hell. It's a nor'easter that's kind of going up the East Coast and everything else, and we're talking about it is really blowing. We've got 50, 60 mile an hour wind gusts that are wreaking havoc. The federal government actually shut down for the day because of power outages and trees down. And fortunately, my wife ended up going into work even though she could have stayed home. And I was doing some photography work and stuff for it. And it's a good thing that we did because we literally have three 30-foot tall cedar trees that have fallen over. And had her car been there, it would have been crushed. I mean, as it is, the big red truck of mine has actually got one tree that's right behind it, one that's kind of laying on it and kind of damaged the hood on it, and another one that's leaning against the house. So I've got some work to do getting that stuff up and cleaned up after I make a claim. And so everybody out there, be careful, be safe with this storm because this is no joke. But something I wanted to touch on, this actually happened yesterday. Jason Garrett was talking about Dak Prescott. He said that Dak Prescott needs to get better at every facet of the game. So I don't misquote it, let me go ahead and read exactly what was said so that way we know exactly what he said. He can improve in every way, Garrett said, in every aspect of the position. He has to improve. Again, he would be the first to tell you that. He has done a lot of good things, and he has a lot of good experience early on in his career. If you look at the track record of big-time quarterbacks in this league, in the history of the league, not many of them play and have success that he has had the first couple of years in their career. First out of the box as rookies. Okay. He's done a lot of really good things, but he can improve in every aspect of the game. He understands his understanding of what we are doing, his understanding of the defense is doing, and how they fit together. Physically, he can get better. The way he gets away from center, his mechanics in the shotgun, his decisiveness, his decision making, and all of those things get better, and they will get better. Okay, that's fair enough because I always say that if you're not getting better, you're getting worse. And everybody from the ball boy on up needs to be focusing on getting better. But to me, maybe I'm sensitive, but to me, is he throwing shade at his quarterback, Dak Prescott? Is he throwing him under the bus? Because when you talk about he needs to get better, you need to also take a look in the mirror because I think you need to get better in clock management. Understanding that you don't leave Aaron frickin' Rodgers time on the clock. And you seem to have not gotten better with that from like the playoffs to then this year, or even the playoffs before with the catch no catch. And speaking of the catch no catch, how about you get better with frickin' play calling? Understand, and everybody still goes back to, yeah, Dez Bryant had held on to, had the NFL changed that rule before, had they given us the call. More than likely, because you didn't have your play calling right, we would have scored too quick and would have left about 3 minutes for Aaron frickin' Rodgers to go down the field and score. And I guarantee Aaron frickin' Rodgers wouldn't leave time on the clock for us to come back with. How about you do that? And while you're throwing Dak Prescott under the bus, why don't you join him with some of your play calling or your lack of creativity? How about we have more than about 4 or 5 running plays? How about we stop being so freaking predictable all the time? Maybe that might make your quarterback play a little bit better if there weren't only 7 freaking routes that you have in your route tree. Maybe you need to get better as well because I don't see any difference between Dak Prescott and Tony Romo playing. And you can't say that Tony Romo wasn't one of the best quarterbacks out there over the last 10 years. How about you get better to the fact that when Tony Romo went down, you had 3 different quarterbacks play 11 games and get 1 frickin' win. The fact that Dak Prescott ended up taking that team 13-3 was a major improvement over the 3 stiffs you had before that. How about that? So before you start pointing fingers saying this guy, that guy, and everybody else needs to get better, why don't you put yourself in that category? And with that, I need to go buy a frickin' chainsaw so I can get get these damn trees off my truck. Dak Prescott's got to get better. I'm Mark Holmes. This is Cowboy Joe Boo. And I'm just shaking my head at you, Jason Garrett.